Hi loves, JoySparklebS, and like I said, this is a PeterMonn weekend. I have been waiting to get these videos out, but unfortunately, when all this stuff started breaking, as you guys know, I had false flags. So, what are we going to be talking about today in the PeterMonn saga? Well, there's something that I have seen that's a huge problem with all of this tweeting business, PeterMonn's Tweetgate. What am I referring to? Well, PeterMonn was caught putting out a bunch of really racist and homophobic stuff in Twitter several years ago. Now, let me be really clear. I wouldn't be as hard on him had it not been what he did for me, because this has been my stance always, and I will continue to say it. Everybody has said something stupid. Everybody, every one of us has said or done something that we wish we could take back and we can't. Unless you're Jesus, and even then, seems like a good fella. I'm not even sure if that's the case with him. We've all done stupid things, right? So I would have been more than forgiving. But as I showed in previous videos, which I'll have it in the cards and links in the description, go check them out, the reason that I'm so fundamentally frustrated, specifically with PeterMonn, is because after all these tweets where he has said the N-word multiple times, he's come after so many other people calling them racist, and specifically me, when I didn't say the N-word. I said a sarcastic joke and comment people didn't understand, and that's fine, and I apologize if people's feelings were hurt. Get it, sometimes there's miscommunication, I got that. But it was when he came after me over and over again and said stuff like that I'm the person that makes him embarrassed to be white because of my white privilege, which don't get me started. Now, I don't want to get into a big thing because yes, there are issues in minority communities everywhere and they need help. Yes, I completely agree. Here's my stance. Let's fix everything and everybody. Let's everybody help everybody out. Don't know how anybody can get mad at that. Let's everybody help everybody out and everybody be accountable, right? So my issue with Peter, if you guys want to follow me, you know, is his hypocrisy. Is his blatant, nasty hypocrisy, his attention whoring, view whoring ways, and the fact that he is completely 1000% fake. But there's one glaring thing that as a business person, I feel like I've picked up on that most other places I've seen don't talk about, and I have just been waiting to talk about this. PeterMonn and all of these barrage of tweets, which by the way, there's a whole lot more that have come out. We'll cover those later. And what's going on with PeterMonn? He has been talking trash about his clients. That's right, Peter, who likes to brag about being a therapist or a psychotherapist or a counselor, whatever the fuck he's doing now. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, I don't really care. Now, I want to say a couple things. He has not said anybody's name. I would have put that right out as far as we can tell. Maybe there's other tweets we haven't uncovered, but he never says anybody's name. But he sits there and he talks trash on his clients. He puts out personal information, personal stories, personal blah, blah, blah about his clients. And he gives what, in my opinion, and in many people in the therapist, psychotherapy, or counseling community, some actually really bad advice. So I've had people argue with me, yes, this doesn't go against HIPAA laws because he hasn't named any names. So I'm not saying he has, but this is highly unethical. And it's incredibly crappy to do. It's an insanely shitty human being thing to do to your clients. So I'm gonna go over these tweets one by one and I'm gonna give my perspective on what I think this is, and then we'll have a fun little discussion at the end. But all right, let's take a look at Peter talking trash on his clients.
One of my clients asked me if I'm attracted to twinks or bears. I said men.
What an appropriate conversation. Not just to have with your clients, but appropriate information to put out about what your clients are saying. A lot of integrity, Peter.
Damn, lost another client.
Could it be because you're consistently trash-talking them? Just a thought.
God. Just sitting around my office waiting on clients to show up.
Was that one really necessary to tweet, Peter? Was it? But here's the thing, I know these seem mild, trust me, they get better.
I've been waiting around for an hour and 20 minutes for a client who was late. We'll be addressing my anger issues when she gets here.
Really, Peter? Is your therapy session about your anger to your clients? Is that how that works? Because in the upcoming tweets, we're gonna see how hypocritical he is about this statement to his clients. But, you know, I think this is typically, Peter, let me school you on how business is run, because I don't know if from years ago that you've learned now. What you should put in place, especially if you're not with an agency, like if you are just an independent contractor and it's your business, and from my understanding, that's the sound of what you do, you have a clause in place and they sign a contract that if they don't show up or they're late, like you can do, like, one, if you're late, then you get a warning, and after that, you charge them so much. Or if they don't show up, you still charge them for the appointment if they don't give X amount of time notice. Or maybe just blow up at them in anger when they get there, if they get there, and then tweet about it on social media, because that's appropriate. That's an appropriate way to deal with people who are coming to you for help with their mental issues. Absolutely.
I love when clients dictate how I should do my job. Isn't that the reason you're sitting in my office? Because you know so much?
Hey, Peter, maybe you shouldn't put out stuff going on between you and your clients in your sessions. I don't know, just a thought. Maybe respect their privacy a little more. Yeah, you're not saying their name, but you're putting out stuff that's going on or even your feelings. When you're in counseling, when you're counseling somebody, Peter, it's not about your feelings, it's about helping them. Try that next time.
No showed by a client today. Uncalled for.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe deal with it yourself. Call the client, still charge them, and not tweet about it to the world? How about that?
Ugh, totally resistant client.
Ugh, counselor who bitches about doing his job. You know what pisses me off about this? Is that you're gonna get paid anyway, Peter. You're gonna get paid no matter if the client listens to you or not. So why are you bitching at the person that's paying you?
And just for the record, you do know what I mean when I say client, right?
I assume it's the people that come to you in confidence for counseling, thinking you're going to help them change their life around and you talk trash on them on social media. I think that's what you mean by client, right, Pete?
My client had all of his stuff stolen and has no money. I offered him one of our old TVs and he asked me if it was a flat screen. What the fuck?
Yeah, Peter, I actually agree with you. That sounds like a shitty thing to do, and that sounds very entitled when you're offering to help somebody. But on the flip side, you don't fucking tweet about that. That's putting out somebody's personal business. You don't do that to somebody who's paying you. What is wrong with you?
My client just said, Britney Spears is a slut. Ha, youth. They just don't understand.
More client stories to put out in social media in front of the world, right, Peter? Anything to get people to look at you.
On my way to see my Saturday AM clients. Better have smiles on their faces, LOL, as if.
Ah, that's right, Peter. They better have smiles on their faces when they come and meet you, because heaven forbid, it's not like they're paying you to help them with their mental or emotional issues. I mean, heaven forbid you be a counselor or a therapist and your client be sad and not have a smile for you, so they're supposed to be happy and pay you to do nothing. Is that how sessions with you work? Is that how you run your business? Also, I'm sure not at all embarrassing for the people that read this that were your former clients who think it's about them. Right. Good on their self-esteem, Peter. Good for you.
Jamming to international Playboy Smiths driving around before writing these letters for clients for court. Ugh.
God, it just sounds like you're the most ungrateful human being about the people that come to you and pay you for your services while you bitch and put their crap out on social media. How dumb and arrogant and irresponsible can you be? Not just as a business owner, not just as like the PR you put out for your company if that's it, but as a human being. This is a disgusting, shitty thing to do.
Life was so much easier when I was just a psychotherapist working on a locked facility with teenage drug addicts.
What does that even mean? Is this an attempt at humor? Life was easier for you when there were teenage drug addicts for you to work on? I don't know. Maybe you should focus on the fact that let's try not to have teenage drug addicts instead of acting like a complete asshole to all the people that are paying you. Just a thought.
I have 7 back-to-back clients today, but really want to just lay in bed and read and sleep all day. Wonder what they would think if I canceled.
That's a good question, Peter. I wonder if they're gonna rage at you like apparently you raged at the woman, because you said she, if I remember correctly. You raged at the woman before who was a no-call, no-show. I don't know, all this bitching about people not showing up and now you're putting out that you don't want to show up and you wonder what they think. They probably think you're a horse's ass, just like everybody else who is watching this video and seeing these tweets think about you. But again, it's okay when you do something. You can be as big a hypocrite as you want because you have a fan and you like to act flamboyant. So I guess it's totally okay for you to be a dick to people, right? Including your clients. Who cares about their privacy? Who cares about helping them? Let's make fun of them.
One of my clients said, if I can't cry about it, I don't care about it. Love that.
Peter is a therapist, counselor, psychotherapist, whatever label you've given yourself. This is like the opposite of what you should be telling your clients to do. Do you know how many people, Peter, it's amazing that me, who's not a therapist, a psychotherapist, or a counselor, has to educate you on this, but apparently your attention-whoring ways cloud any actual judgment or care for people. So let me go into why this is just wildly, ridiculously, offensively inappropriate. Do you know how many people, Peter, have issues with emotions? Do you know how many people have repressed emotions, Peter? Any idea? People that just, for whatever reason, are emotionally blocked and can't feel. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with this client, but you know what I am saying, Peter? It's none of our fucking business. I shouldn't be saying this to you because this shouldn't be out in the world, but furthermore, you shouldn't ever put this stuff out in the world because you don't know what's actually going on with that client. Sometimes, as you know, you're a fucking therapist. It takes weeks and weeks of intensive therapy or for you using your clients as fodder for social media clicks and views. It takes a long time, Peter, to be able to figure out what's driving somebody, what's internally going on. So for you to applaud this is disgusting. Let me give a quick story. There was a time, actually it was my senior year of high school, when my mother kicked me out, because she did that to my sister and me. My sister her junior year and me my senior year, because she wanted her boyfriend to move in, and you know, I was 18 years old, it was time. So my senior year of high school, I'm half homeless living on friends' couches and half living with my grandma, right? So in this scenario, when that happened, something inside of me shut off. Shut off. And for some reason, for months, no matter if the saddest shit happened, I couldn't cry. I went from being a very sensitive person to like no negative emotion. None. I thought something was wrong with me until one day a situation happened and I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop crying until I went to therapy to realize I repressed emotions about what my mom had done to me. It wasn't just kicking me out at 18. That was the week I was gonna go on my auditions for Juilliard, my scholarship audition for AMDA, and she let me know, oh, by the way, fun side note, nobody's helping you with your auditions and nobody's helping you with college, even though for 18 years, we told you that we were going to. Good luck. And I was stuck. And I watched my dream since I was 8 years old for 10 years go down the tube. And for me to survive that trauma, as well as getting kicked out after watching my sister go through it, because my mom was mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically abusive, I completely shut off. Now, Peter, is this anybody's business what I'm telling you? No, it's not. The reason I'm saying it is because you put out your client's business against all possible positive ethics. Because screw what they're going through, and you put out to applaud them for whatever reason, not crying and not caring. Now, you might argue with me on this, but here's the part. It's not about whether or not what I'm saying applies to the situation. It's that we shouldn't even be able to comment on this because Peter should not be disrespecting his client's privacy and information in the first place. That's my whole point. And holy crap, for you to say that about a client, you don't know the situation. So maybe don't talk about your clients, don't put out their crap, and don't talk crap about them, Peter.
I don't think angst, self-hate, and depression are cute or sexy. Be confident and own your shit. Walk tall, baby.
And I have to apologize, guys, for getting so heated. This really bothers me. It bothers me on a personal level because I have had my own little business. I've taught voice lessons, I've taught in studios, and I've had my own thing where I taught on the side. And I could never imagine talking crap about my students, and that's not even counseling. But in my opinion, I taught voice lessons. And voice lessons, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of getting people comfortable to open up. The voice is it's inside your body. It's like one of the only instruments you can't actually see to play it. It's all intuition and feel and hearing, and it's raw, pure emotion. So you have to really talk to people and get comfortable with them. So I used to laugh and say, sometimes I feel like half a therapist because I have to figure out, okay, what's making this person tick? What's stopping them from being able to truly get their voice out? And how do I cultivate that? How do I help them get comfortable to cultivate that? And you know, I had a couple of really, really crappy experiences. Really, really crappy. And I would never, ever talk about it or put it out. Whether I said their name or told a story. I'm not gonna do that. And do you know why? Because I respect their privacy. Because I respect that there is an extreme level of emotional connection and vulnerability when somebody comes to you and pours out their heart or soul or opens up something about sharing their emotions, such as singing. It's a very intimate thing. And therapy and counseling are very intimate things. You know what, Peter? It's people like you. You're the reason I cringe thinking about therapy. It's not that I don't like it. I know, I think it's very beneficial. But I've had a few crappy counselors, and I've had some great ones too. And when I think about what you're doing, Peter, I can't imagine me coming to you 10 years ago, as the self I was at 10 years, knowing you would be talking shit about me and my issues while putting a smile on your face and acting like how much you gave a crap to my face. I can't imagine. I would be horrified and it would be heartbroken if I were any one of your clients. And if you're a client of Peter's and you see this, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you whether or not to go to him, but I'm telling you, be very careful because what you tell him, he has a history of not keeping to himself. And since he has a large audience of over 170,000 people with millions of views, you might become fodder for one of his videos or one of his tweets. So just be careful. And you know what? I shouldn't have to say that, Peter. I shouldn't have to say that to any of your possible clients or people who would think about signing up to work with you. I shouldn't have to say that. You're a 46-year-old adult man. When you wrote these, you were like in your late 30s. You know better. You're just a piece of trash human being. Penny Page said it right when she said you're a disgusting human being. Like everything else, I could somewhat let go of, I could get past over time. This one is disgusting. I haven't seen the second apology video. I'm not even sure if he apologized for these because after that apology video, more and more and more crap has come out. And this is the one thing, again, as a business person, that I feel like I'm looking at and being horrified by than the rest of them. Yes, N-word is awful. F-word is awful. Not gonna use those. Not at all. No, I've said crazy shit in the past. I've said those words in the past before, and I'm not gonna say them again. Because I've learned how offensive that can be. And I'm not gonna add to that. But holy crap, knowing, I'll tell you what this seems like to me. This seems predatory. It seems predatory to have a smile on your face and come on over, let's work on your issues and make you a better person. And you're laughing at them in public. You chuckle and laugh at them and you're so disgusted and just over it. I can't, just how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night, Peter? Is this why you have to run around calling everybody else racist? Because deep down you hate yourself for the stuff that you've done just to get attention? It really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. And there's something else that bothers me. We'll talk about this in another video, but Peter at one point put out to his audience that he wanted to help me because he thought I needed mental help. And if I didn't have the right resources or couldn't find him, to contact him. Then I had a few fans that came to me or viewers and said, hey, he's a good guy. He really means well, reach out. And I did. You know what he did? Not only did he not help me, not only did he not care that he got information wrong about me, he didn't help me at all and then put out all my DMs and laughed about it. So Peter, basically, you like to lure in clients, have them pay you, and then you make fun of them when they have mental and emotional issues. Similar to how you made fun of me. You baited me. You baited me for a video. You baited me for views. So you are profiting off of, lying about, putting out information we don't know if it's true or not. Like, you are completely predatory to people that need help. Or even that you think need help. I'm disgusted. And I wish people would talk about this more because it's not right. Yeah, the other stuff's awful. I do not condone the other stuff you've said or done. I'll say that till the day I die. I'm not going to condone that. But this, to me, is very predatory. And I hope, Peter, you call all of your former clients and tell them what you did and apologize. Oh, that's right. It wouldn't be a good business decision like you told Dustin, right, Peter? Because it's all about you getting ahead. You're number one. But then you want to turn around and act like you're the white Oprah of YouTube? Sit down. Have every seat you can find and have a body part touching every one of those seats. Or better yet, why don't you have the courage, since you're having a week of hate you can't handle, when I had over a year and a half of it, a lot of it perpetuated by you. Thank you, Peter. Why don't you just delete your channel and go try to be a better fucking therapist and a better person? You can't. You don't have the courage. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, you're somebody that hates yourself so much that you do this shit to the people that pay you, that ask you for help. And you're a charlatan acting like you care and like you really want to help them. At the end of the day, all you are clicks, views, attention, and what people think of you. That's why you are crumbling under the weight of people throwing your own hypocrisy back in your face, and you deserve it. And I'm not gonna stop. Peter, you are the gift that keeps giving. And since you helped so much with everything that happened in my channel and my demise, I'm gonna have fun taking your subs. I'm gonna have fun showing your subs who you are. And hopefully, they'll come over and hang out with me. Because out of everything else, I'm a real ass bitch. Something you'll probably never be. Not because you can't. Let me therapy you for a second, Peter. Not because you can't be real. Not because you can't be the white gay Oprah of YouTube like I know you try to put yourself out there to be while you're being shady as fuck. It's because you don't care to. I think you enjoy being an asshole and manipulating to look like the good guy. I think it gives you a power trip. You love being around mentally ill people because it gives you a power trip. I think that you enjoy exactly what's going on. Now I'll say this, if you're a fan of Peter, great, more power to you. God bless you. God bless United States of America and white gay Oprah Peter. Good. I'm not telling anybody not to be a fan. All I'm saying is open your eyes. Open your eyes. When these people come at other people who are sick, talking shit on their Patreons because they're sick, and then asking you, buy my merchandise, buy my books, be my client. I'm not having it, Peter, and I'm gonna keep calling you out. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry I get heated. This is the one thing I've been sitting on that has pissed me off, that I feel like nobody else is fully showcasing out of everything he's done. And I wonder, I'm curious, is Peter still doing this to his clients? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. If you guys know me, I try to answer all the comments, especially the first ones that come in the first couple hours. I do my best, so the quicker you comment, the quicker I can respond and we can have some fun. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And by the way, to the Peter fans that come over, I don't care if I lose subs. I don't care. I care about the truth. That's always what I cared about. Remember, I called Peter out a year ago. Just like I called Repsion out, just like I called Based Mama out, and Ron Stay Negative. I told everybody who these people are. And oh my God, the truth, in the end, always prevails. That's it. I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Goodbye.